Hey, what's up, spooky fam? Today we are going to, controversial video. These are movies from 2022, horror movies that Alex and I decided to skip entirely. And I remember Sarah Hawkinson, Possessed by Horror, once saying that you don't need to waste your time and energy on a new horror movie just because it's a new horror movie. If it doesn't like suit your taste, just don't waste your time on it. And I feel like that really resonated with me, and this year I think we really made the effort to skip ones that we didn't want to watch, with the exception of one that we decided to bite the bullet and watch today. The day that I'm filming this, we watched one of these movies. We should have skipped it. So today I have 8 horror movies from 2022 that we just decided to skip, with the exception of one, like I said. 8 that I will talk about that I just wasn't excited about, that just didn't stick, that just sounded bad. If you guys watched any of these, if you agree with this list that these were skippable, if you think that we should go out of our way to watch any of these, my eggs are done. If you think that these deserve a watch, if any of these deserve a watch, let me know. If you guys enjoy, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and let's begin with let's start 8 horror movies that we just didn't watch in 2022. So starting off with a movie that I feel like I just immediately felt annoyed by the previews. It was just too oversaturated. Like, the trailer was just thrown at us at every possible, everywhere. The Invitation. A young woman is courted and swept off her feet only to realize a gothic conspiracy is ahead. And this just didn't sit right with me. Like I said, the trailer was everywhere, but not only that, I feel like it spoiled way too much of the movie. The trailer was way too long. It played in front of so many movies at the theater. You just had to sit there and watch it unless you wanted to get up and leave. I really just, I was annoyed with the trailer being every ad on YouTube, just everywhere. And I forget I forget whose review this was, but someone said that this movie was like the trailer in slow motion, and that's all I needed to solidify the fact that I did not want to watch it. Next is another movie that I feel A, the trailer spoiled too much, and B, it was another trailer that was just thrown at you at every possible turn, and that is Pray for the Devil. A nun prepares to perform an exorcism and comes face to face with a demonic force with a mysterious tie to her past. And like I said, this is just one I became so disinterested in so fast. I feel like possession movies just haven't been the greatest over the past few years, and I really just need something to make me feel scared again. But like I said, another one that was just heavily spoiled through the trailer, in my opinion. Like I said, I hadn't seen the movie, but I feel like I saw a good chunk of the movie in the trailer, and it just didn't feel like something I would be interested in. So this next one is not the movie that we actually watched, but we started watching this movie and it felt so bad that we turned it off in the first 5 minutes. And that is The Long Night. A couple's quiet weekend takes a bizarre turn when a nightmarish cult and their maniacal leader come to fulfill an apocalyptic prophecy. And like I said, we tried to watch this, but it felt so close to the 2021 remake of, or installment to, Wrong Turn. And if you guys have watched that one, it dealt with culty vibes. It dealt with people wearing these masks of skulls, and they have the actual like almost same identical masks in The Long Night as they did in Wrong Turn, and it felt like a ripoff kind of, so we just didn't waste our time with that one. Also, the acting was horrible. This one may be controversial, another controversial one, but we skipped Firestarter entirely. I'm a big Stephen King fan. I have seen a lot of them. I've seen the majority of his movies. I've just started reading Gerald's Game. Like I'm trying to get through books now. But this one just didn't seem like, I don't know, Zac Efron as a dad in a Stephen King adaptation. I can't take him seriously as a father. Troy, High School Musical. That's all I see him as. The Abercrombie model at the end of Neighbors. Yeah, maybe a little more believable. I just feel like Zac Efron has been such, like, he's just so like typecast, like pigeonholed in like this douchey kind of, I don't know, I don't see him as a dad. But that's not the only reason why I didn't watch it. I just don't feel like it would have been a good time. And there's 2 Stephen King adaptations on this list, surprisingly. And the second one is Mr. Harrigan's Phone. This one is based on a shorter story, I believe. I have not read that one, but I just felt like the premise, not up my alley. A young boy befriends an elderly billionaire and gives him a mobile phone. However, when the man dies, the boy discovers he can communicate with the man from the grave. And this, let me tell you, this was not a Blumhouse x Ryan Murphy x Stephen King collab that I wanted, so I just didn't watch it. Now, this actually was the movie we decided to watch. We decided to watch Fall, even though my trusted source, Arturo from Let Me Explain, had already broke the movie down. I already had the movie spoiled for me. I knew what was coming, and it didn't make the movie any better for me. 2 best friends find themselves at the top of a 2,000-foot radio tower with no way down. And yes, I will give it to them. It felt really, you know, like anxiety inducing if you're afraid of that kind of stuff. But there is a scene involving a vulture. And if you guys are sensitive to this topic, I will warn you now, there is a decent bit, like it wasn't, they don't really flinch from it, but there's a scene involving like an animal murder, and it's pretty graphic, and I feel like it didn't need to be in the movie. I mean, I get it, but like it could have been just as effective if she like kicked it away or like didn't like bleed it out. Like, I don't know. And I get it, like being there for so long can do whatever to your body, but like I just feel like that scene wasn't necessary. I feel like it was just there for shock value. Ace agrees. I feel like Fall could have been a really cute 80-minute movie or less. I feel like it would have been so much more effective with a shorter runtime, but it has a runtime of about 1 hour and 44 minutes, and it feels like it's too long. Way too long. Also, it was a nice surprise to see Jeffrey Dean Morgan in the movie, but he didn't make it any better. 2 left, moving on to The Twin, which, I don't know, guys, I don't know anymore. A mother has to confront the truth about her surviving twin son. And this one is another one I felt would be too long for the concept and felt like a mixture of Brahms, like The Boy, and The Omen. That's the kind of vibes I get from it. I don't know. Let me know if I'm wrong. And then wrapping up with the last movie we skipped. There was only 8. I think that's pretty good. Well, 7 because we watched Fall. But the last movie on this list is The Cellar. A woman's daughter mysteriously vanishes in the cellar of their new house. She soon discovers there is an ancient evil controlling their home that she will have to face or risk losing her family's souls forever. Need I say more? That description, just lose your family's souls forever. I don't need an Alicia Cuthbert Don't Go in the Basement movie. I'm fine. The acting just seemed like not the greatest, and I don't know, I feel like my list is okay for these movies that I decided to skip. We just watched Don't Worry About the Demon? Sorry About the Demon? Sorry. On Shudder, and that was another movie we turned off because it just didn't do it for us. And that movie has ties to PG. So I'm gonna leave you guys there. Maybe we'll have a longer list in 2023 at the end of the year, but I think I have 1 or 2 more of these wrap-up videos, and then I have some really exciting content moving forward for the rest of the year. So stick with it if you guys would enjoy seeing any merch from me. You can check out our store linked down below. Yeah, until next time, I'm gonna go make some egg salad sandwiches. So that's the scariest thing I've ever said on this channel. Sayonara, Spooky fam.